Welcome to the 60's Planet Podcast. And now your host, Dr. Kathleen Rosenblatt.
Dr. Kathleen Rosenblatt here. As an acupuncturist and a healer, I'm usually talking and writing about health and spirituality and what we can do to help our bodies, which I will do much more, of course. But today I'm going to talk about these two books that I've written that are just about ready to go to publishers called Youth Planet, The 60s in a Music Century, the events, escapades, and issues wrapped in music. And I start with 1900, the beginning of the 20th century, because that's when ragtime was happening and all kinds of new rhythms that were coming out. And this was a mixture of all these immigrants that were coming in together. The Irish were coming in with their river dance, tapping their feet, and blacks were there already in New Orleans, and they were tapping their feet. And all of a sudden, these people come together and start developing tap dancing and all kinds of great music. And New Orleans was really pivotal because they were the first ones to allow the black slaves to drum on Sundays in this one square. And in the English colonies, that was not allowed. They did not want the slaves to be drumming because they might be fomenting some revolt or something like that. But in the French quarters, they were allowed to drum. Well, all of a sudden, the Native Americans come in and say, "We like drumming," and then the French, they're all coming together and enjoying this music and creating this new sound of jazz and honky tonk and all the great piano players, Jelly Roll Morton, all developing this wonderful music that was very much an American phenomenon. So that's the beginning that takes us all the way up to this 1960s. So I invite you to check out my website, youthplanet60sbook.com, and my face page. And I want you to subscribe and let me know how you think about it. Thank you, Dr. Kathleen.
This podcast was brought to you by Pod Brother Nation, written and produced by Dr. Kathleen Rosenblatt.